to like someone who I found attractive, I don't just be like,
but there could be like a male,
no, but what if,
a male bakery.
Yeah, page. I'm saying like, what
you're
if
going to follow that page?
Yeah, I'm not gonna not follow it because it's a man. I'm just saying I don't go out there and just look for
handsome men to follow.
Like,
I wouldn't necessarily say I look for it.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
Look, there go one. There's an example. There you go. Off screen, our producer is showing us an example.
That's a thirst trap.
Do y'all follow that type stuff?
No, I would not follow.
That's what I'm saying. I would not follow that.
Mickey follow. She put it right up. She said, "Shit, I know what he's talking about."
Tell me what it means when someone says they want multiple streams of income. Tell the people. Why do the people need multiple streams of income?
COVID says it all. What's the difference between having an LLC for your business and being trademarked?
For me, I'm trying to get multiple streams of income because I'm trying to retire early. 62, can't do it.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode on the Stream Chasers podcast. You got myself, Kalan.
And I'm Candace.
And we're glad that you're here joining us on another episode. This is episode 17, actually. Can't believe it. I don't know if y'all can see, but we got two former guests on the couch with us today. We got Amiri joining us from episode 12 when he came with Blake talking about partnerships. And then we got Reese from episode 8. I don't know if you remember her, but she gave us a lot of gems when it comes to that whole contracting world and how to get federal contracts. So we're glad that they're joining us.
Welcome back.
Back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
What's been going on with everybody? Candace, Reese, what's been going on with y'all?
It's been good.
Work, life, lifing, COVID.
COVID. But Kalan saying the injury, COVID says it all. Because that's literally what's been happening.
Yeah, y'all was just saying, what, 2 years in? 2 years
About to be 3.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because it really was like the end of 2019 when COVID first hit. So to think that your whole way of life has shifted since then. Yeah, it's crazy.
And the fact that, remember when people used to make a joke out of it? Like when people would say COVID, it was like, oh, you trying to get a corona? Yeah. It's like everybody's making jokes about the joint, but then it's like it turned serious. Then, like when was it? 2020-ish when everybody's like, well, this joint will be done by the summer.
Yes.
Or it'll be done by Christmas. Right. And that joint ain't gone yet.
Still not ending.
Because your president was out here saying it would be gone by Easter.
I remember when they were saying black people couldn't get it. Like, straight. Like,
I do remember
we finally caught our break. Like, Nope.
But yeah, you know, life has been life for me. Let me think. What have I been up to? So y'all know I got a new job. I have a test to take this coming up week. So that's going to be interesting. A test. So in my line of work, in order for the government to trust you to say, hey, we think you can sign and commit the government to things, they want to make sure that you know the rules and regulations. So I have a test coming up this week that my good girlfriend has been helping me study for because she's been doing this since been doing this. You know what I'm saying?
She's ready.
Oh, I think I am ready. What's crazy is I think I am ready. It's just, you know, regular like test anxiety, nerves. It's the end of wedding season also at Pretty Prince. So that's been a thing. Wrapping that up. I had an idea the other day while we're on the subject. So, because, you know, you always come into me with like, you need to do this and then this and then this. Right. So let me run this by you. So normally I make brooms for people, right? What if I ran a workshop? Like a make your own broom workshop, like a paint and sip type deal. You have brides come in, they sit, I teach you how to do it. And that way, because it's supposed to be like a family heirloom. That way it can really be a family heirloom crafted by you. You did your own thing. I'm just there to help you with the technical expertise, offer some mimosas, some wine or whatever. Sell them joints like $200 a ticket because I got to pay for the materials.
So and they leave with a broom.
They leave with a broom.
$200. So would it be one person coming or the family? Like,
that's a good question.
We were kicking that around.
We discussed like maybe their mother, maybe their bridesmaid, and
a plus one because we can't tell them who to bring.
Yeah, and because it's COVID, so you know
you gotta limit numbers. You can't have
17 people here, but you can have like 1 or 2 other people and sell their ticket at like $20 since it's just gonna be you know the wine and the helps and whatnot.
We were trying to kick around a non-broom price.
What
so
you think?
You thinking 20?
I think that joint would be tight. I'm thinking, Cause like I like it as like a pre-wedding event,
like activity.
Cause I was thinking,
yes,
it could be something cool, like if they wanted to bring their bridesmaid.
Yeah, and maybe their bridesmaid could leave with like a wreath, or we'll figure that out. Maybe it's something in it for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a bouquet. If you wanted to have silk flower bouquets, this would be the time to do it, because that's something I've been kicking around.
If they do that,
yeah. But I was like,
ain't nobody doing it. At least I don't know.
There are people who do it. I was thinking about kicking it around as like a set that people can buy anyway. That's something I'm gonna have to run through my mind during off season. What that would look like.
They do like the workshop. Well,
type? So it's an activity. It's a paint and sip. It's it's a situation.
Yeah, no, right.
Listen, I was proud of myself when this came to me. I said, I can't wait to tell Kalan. That's what I've been doing.
I think that joint good.
Thank you.
I think that joint good. That way you keep the money flowing in the off season.
Exactly. And then 6 people doing it together. That's 6 brooms knocked out at one time, and I ain't had to do nothing.
I'm pro. Yeah. I was pro this idea.
Yeah.
Look at me doing the things. That's what I've been doing.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
brainstorming. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
So I've been working and thinking as well about a new stream.
Okay.
So on 3 of my jobs, I was an instructor in contracting, so teaching contract administration, simplified acquisitions, several different courses. And then I kind of like stumbled into like a State Department that was not on the PD, but they sent me to a trainer class, and one of the instructors pulled me to the side because State Department has at Foreign Service Institute that has like a college campus. Okay. Because they're training all the Foreign Service personnel. And so, and so many things, country, culture, language, it's huge. It's like a baby campus. And so the guy pulled me to the side and said, well, if you want to start working full time, I just want you to know the way you showed up in this class, you can leave your job as a CO and come do this. And I was like, thanks, but I wasn't, interested in that. Yeah. Cut to my next job at the Administrative Office of U.S. Courts. They had me out training CONUS, locally, if you will. And so I'm thinking, or I have been thinking, and hadn't pressed the button yet, and I tossed this to Candace. She was pro it, which is going ahead, and I was trying to save it almost for like post retirement, like post government, but I think I want to get my feet wet now. Start working for like Management Concepts, AMCI, other institutions that train government employees. Oh yeah. And so, and I'm like, I have, since I don't have any kids, and I have like tons of leave, so I can just take a week of government leave and go work. Yeah. So I'm like winning on both sides. I'm not losing anything on my full-time job, and also curating something that could potentially be my exit. Yeah. Because if they start, depending on how they're paying, under my LLC, I'm a small woman-owned business. I might turn back to Uncle Sam and be like, never mind. Exactly. I'm good. It just depends. So enjoy. I have had this window or this page open on my computer, almost saved like to Management Concepts, and hadn't like just went the next step. But I had started fixing up my resume to just test the waters, because
it's time.
It is time to start looking at some of the things.
That's real tight.
It's like an adjunct professor.
Yeah, right, correct.
Yeah.
It's like a who?
Like an adjunct professor.
But not at a university though.
I don't even know what that is.
I knew he did by the way he said. So I was about to. So So when you was taking classes in school, some of your professors weren't full-time professors. They were part-time. Like they call them adjuncts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like what they did after they full-time job.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up. I knew it, but he said, huh?
I am like quick to say, but not at a university, because most universities require you to have a doctoral degree, and I think that I'm done going back to school. Education / indoctrination. So I think I'm going to
not / indoctrination.
I think I'm going to, and I appreciate the learning process, but I don't think I'm going back to get a doctorate. But
not doing it.
I do have all the credentials and experience and the willingness to continue to learn, because acquisitions, as Candace knows, is an ever-changing field. It's just I've had now the experience to know how to keep up and stay abreast, to be a reputable, and I have the years. And I have a millennial-style resume, where I worked for like 5-6 different federal government agencies, which also gives me a wide range of experience that students could benefit from at these places. So I need to just go ahead and test the water so I can come back with y'all another time and say, hey, the rate they offering is here's my resignation letter.
Exactly.
Nah,
Put
that's
that
what's
thing
up.
in. Here go my 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think Chico said in a couple episodes ago, there's $1 million business in every job.
Right. Because I did a parlay when a coworker of mine, former coworker at the AO, had mentioned what I do now with Kenely Consulting. He was like, yeah, he had all these ideas, but he wasn't an executor. And I was like, nah, yeah, you're right. Let me get this. Let me hang my shingle up. Kenely Consulting. Let me help y'all get these proposals. He's the one who where the idea first birthed, and I just curated it, banged it out, knocked it out, and moved forward. And not like it's perfect, but I'm just saying I've shaped it, informed it, and still working that up to be something even greater as well. But
I think if I was me, like you said, get one of those jobs, just get your feet wet, and then for real, just throw that under the service offering under Kenely Consultants.
That was that,
because it all ties together. So it's
still consulting
on the teaching.
Exactly.
That's some big money right there.
And like you said, $1 million idea inside each job, because there's so much that I'm learning now, even now, new stuff that I've learned in my policy role about making sure that I am a small women-owned business, so that I can, even though private industry doesn't always bend to that, but under this current administration, where there's so much policy about diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, idea is what they are now shaping it to me, and then put the I first, but that is helping me to maybe be able to advance myself even more. Just the stuff that I'm learning is just rolling stuff over to, you know what, that's a good idea. Let me take that from my 9 to 5. And I never envisioned it from when I first fell into contracting.
That's what's up. What's been going on with sophomore?
No, nothing near any of that.
I knew that's what he was going to say. I seen a new release.
I just seen y'all had a new release.
It's just I'm just saying, it ain't gotta be the same. It don't, and I don't think
it's different industries.
It is, but no, how she was how it just came off. I wish I could speak I can't speak like that. I don't know, when did you get it like that? That you could flow like that? No, you're being modest. That takes you know what you talking about.
Thank you.
No,
tell them how long you've been doing it.
Yes, I have been I've been in acquisitions for almost 20 years.
Because she started fresh out of college, so
they actually allowed me to roll some of my high school time in, because I was, I went to DC public schools. People try to put down DCPS. I'm
big up DCPS.
They
was my paycheck,
right? True. And I was in the Law and Legal Services Academy, and they made sure we had internships. And during the summer, some were paid, some were free. And this one, for me, ended up being, I didn't even get the internship during the school year. I was lucky enough to get it as a summer job in government, working for the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. They come under Treasury. And they allowed me to roll those years in. It ended up being about 2 years, which, it doesn't count toward retirement. That's getting all into retirement benefits. But it counts toward my service comp time. So it's been about 20 years.
And counts towards the reason she talked the way she do.
I like it, man. I wish
Candace do it too.
I have it off switch though. That's the thing,
I don't even have an on switch. Ain't no switch.
Tell us about this software release that you trying to be honest about.
We just released another part of our collection. We got something major coming up in the coming weeks.
Okay. Nice.
I like it.
Major.
I seen it.
I was like, you had nothing major.
No,
you trying to hold out on us.
No, mine is, this level.
No, it's definitely not. No, don't put your stuff
something I like about sophomore. So, how long y'all been releasing pieces? About a year now, or a little bit over a year. So it's and I don't know if this is the model, but this is the way it looks from the outside. So it's when they release a shirt, right now it ain't no restock. And that's what it seems like. So if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Oh, is that the truth?
They on to the next. They on to the next style.
That's that high level marketing right there.
Let me go ahead and pull out my phone.
Because it gets, you know what I'm saying, gets the people going.
Right. Yes, no, it does.
It's provocative.
Because I love I loafed like about 2 to 3 weeks when they first released the classic. So they had these classic black and white tees, like black tee, white tee. And I kept telling Mickey, like, oh, I'm a cop one. I'm a cop one. Then when I went to go cop, they ain't have my size. Then I was asking his partner, Blake, I was like, when you gonna get some more mediums? Like, bro, we out.
Now we are gonna come back. That's gonna be a staple that we come back
classic.
with. Yeah, so we always gonna have that.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
You did. I was trying to pull it up. My internet is moving too slow. So when I leave, I'm gonna get me one because I liked it. I saw it and I liked it, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait. But now that I know that the restocks don't happen, it's promoted. Come on, let's get it going.
It's just like them taco fries from Taco Bell. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm not even Listen, try it out. They using your marketing.
You're not talking about the nacho fries.
The nacho fries.
No, them joints bomb. And I pulled up, and like I don't even eat Taco Bell.
That's what I'm trying to
say. I pulled up a month ago in this joint right here, and it's like a one-way type driveway where once you in, you can't just pull out and go over. That joint blew me. I waited in the line, got all the way to the window.
Just
the little speaker, and was like, Can I get an order of the nacho fries? She was like, "Oh, baby, those are seasonal."
I'm not your baby.
Then I had to sit there and wait 3 more cars
to get out,
just to drive through.
But guess what else? It's not even seasonal. Every time it crops up, it's like limited time only. It's not. You can't judge it by your clock.
Like you better come now, or they might not be here.
They stole your marketing idea.
What's the Popeye sandwiches when everybody was going
the
crazy?
Yeah, before they made different. But then they made them full time. They was like, it's too much money to let these joints go to waste. But that's crazy.
The spicy nuggets at McDonald's, because I'm waiting on them to bring them.
Yes, they do the spicy nuggets at McDonald's and the spicy nuggets at Wendy's. They do the same thing. It comes and it go.
Basic supply and demand situation.
And
that's
so
a nice model.
There's another retail, like clothing retailer. I guess she's not clothing. She does shoes that does that. She does like Jennifer Lee. I love her.
What's
and
the little
a big shout out.
Liking?
Oh, is it the Brandon?
It got like a T or something like that on.
Oh no, I forget the name. I can see the
T. You said
T.
it's a T on it?
Yeah,
it's like a circle or something like that.
Is that Tory Burch?
No.
I didn't think so. It was like a T. Tory. I was about to say Tory Burch is a white woman. I don't know what's happening.
They ain't got a T on it.
Telfer.
I don't keep up with the things.
It's
this
Telfer.
is me telling y'all I don't keep up with the things.
I
don't know.
I like things.
Yeah,
I like things too. But I just and before just so y'all know, this is we're gonna do a round robin today. There are a couple business topics we're gonna put in front of our good folks. We're gonna toss it out there and we just gonna have some conversation about it. Good people talking about good things. So to that, I listened to a podcast. So on Apple Music, Issa Rae has a radio special, right? So it's not a radio show that's on all the time. It's just like she does like specials, right? So the one that I listened to was about female.
She's doing the same marketing model.
Oh yeah, but it's there and you get it when you want it. At least it's not, it's Apple Music. So whenever I want it, I pull it out.
Slightly different. On demand.
But it's limited.
But it's limited supply. There's only 8 episodes. So I was listening to the one on female rappers, and her and Sweetie were having a conversation about getting older, all right, and how you fall out of touch with things, like with what the new kids are doing, and like when does it happen? I
don't know, because I still feel like
you feel it in touch.
Paper, I feel old. But I still feel young.
But like,
because I like young things.
But if my son walked in here right now, he would likely put you on to some rappers or some things that'd be like we were just talking about this TC purse. I have no idea what the hell y'all talking about.
Telfer. TELFAR.
Telfer. Okay, I'm gonna look it up when I get home so I can be in touch because I am out.
I think if you stay in tune with like the culture, or if you have Instagram, or if you have like
a young person,
you don't scroll a lot.
I think
it's not a young. No, but she's saying she's
overall.
She's kind of like just out of the loop.
Yeah,
I hire young people, so I work with young people all day.
Okay, so they keep you in.
And like my brother is always posting something about like Lil Durk before Lil Durk was Lil Durk, like 3 and 4 years ago.
So you stay in touch through connection with young people. So do you? I don't have no young people in my life.
My little sister keeps me in it. One time I sent,
and we not friends on none of the social medias.
I would never say that I'm old. Until probably when I get like 97, I might
say you old then. Okay.
But one time I had to send my little sister I sent a meme. I was like, translate, because I'm missing it.
I don't know. So I don't understand the joke. This is me.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm out of the loop, but when it comes to like back to your point, I like fashion. That kind of
Y'all like
I don't know. I
family.
kind of stay kind of in the loop with that.
And
but
then I also feel like everything that's going on, like where they get it from, it started with like us.
I agree.
Because we brought in Facebook like in 2004, 2005
Right.
when all that stuff started. We were the first ones with it. I had it in college.
Me too.
Like my
With my
freshman year
college
in college.
email address.
back when you could only get it as a college student.
Exactly.
And when it
Like
was slow
Twitter.
releases out to the college, because you was
Yeah.
waiting
It
for
was
your
only
college
the
to get
top- it was only
online.
the top
A&T
D1
had
college.
it. Like,
Yeah.
it was
The
the
big
white
man.
colleges.
And then
it was
D1.
like,
Because
yeah.
I was blowing
And
Bowie
A&T
wasn't
was
on it.
one
I'm
of
like,
the-
when
yeah.
Bowie gonna get one?
A&T had
I
it
got
before
one before
everybody.
Bowie
Yeah.
because I went to a white school.
Thank
Boom.
you. Shout out to the
Come on, shout out to the
I was one
white
of the
schools.
privileged black
PWI.
schools.
Yeah.
They loved us.
Okay.
And then like all of the stuff came out, like when people started sending gifts and all those memes,
Yeah.
we was the ones that
We
was
were
doing
doing
it.
it.
So I felt like
But
they're
now I
copying
don't
us,
know
the little
what they
kids.
saying.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's
you know, they
the
always got to
problem.
take it a little further.
Yeah, it is. And
I realize I'm out of touch when I know the song. I don't know the song. I can give you a few bars of the song, but I'd be like, "Who sang that?"
Who
That's what
sing
I'm
it?
like,
That's we were in the car today, and I was like, "Well, I like this
But-
song." Anthony said, "Who sang it?"
Another thing
I
is
don't
like
know.
there's really like non-mainstream people that are more famous than
The mainstream
people.
people.
Like it's like YouTubers. It's like crazy. I forgot what. Like it was like a rapper that was with somebody. He's like the biggest rapper ever. He's like a white boy from Australia or something like that.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you
And
giving
it's
me the
like-
game now. I don't know
Yeah,
about
and it's
this.
like who? And then they say
Yeah.
the names, and then it's like you Google them,
Yeah.
and they're like outperforming the people
And it's
that
like,
you
but
see.
how come you didn't notice?
I don't. It's YouTube, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
just
guess
gotta,
so.
yeah.
My husband thinks it's where the people, like, as long as you're where the young people congregate, that's how you
but
stay
where
up
do
on
the young people
high school.
congregate?
High school and on Pockets and Instagram and TikTok, right? So like, you know, the social media is algorithms. So it shows you what you like and your people like. So all your people are in the same 35, 40 age range. And so you're seeing what they see, what they
Right,
find funny,
right.
not what's circulating in the 16s and the 17s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how you
that
break
is
into
true.
that? How I get in the room? Because I need to know. I need to be up on the thing.
You want to be in the room where it
Yeah.
happens?
When it get
In
too
the room
crazy, I
where
just
it
nah,
happens.
Yeah, and
I'm out of
see,
here. I don't
that's,
even
and
understand.
that's
I'm outta
exactly
here.
what happens. And that's why I don't
Like,
know
I
the
deleted
things.
my Instagram app like the beginning of this week. It just be like,
Oh, you deleted it again?
Yeah.
So this man,
so if
Why
you
is
sending me
that?
DMs, I'm not getting
this
it.
man
going
has
on?
he
I
creates
can't
an
stand
Instagram
it,
page
like-
Okay.
and deletes it. But his
It's too
reason, or
much
one of his
for me.
reasons I like it, and I was actually going to do a post
Yeah.
about it.
Okay.
Because he says like, I can't get with Instagram because people be lying.
Oh,
And
okay.
swelling
And also to that,
do.
like, it causes you to care about stuff you really don't care about.
Okay.
And then have an opinion on something,
That you otherwise would not care
I don't
about.
care. Like, I don't care. And then now I'm wasting time on this. I may even argue with somebody about something I don't care about.
Yes.
Now we're getting mad at each other, spending all this energy
Over something you.
I don't even care about. Now
Yeah.
we really like, nah, I ain't been talking to him for a day or two because he made me mad about something I ain't care about. Like, it's like all day long. I'm like, yo, and then you see something that's funny or something, like, look at this first or whatever, and you send it to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's just like, now we both talking about, it's just, what are we doing
To
here?
take a piece of what you said, I have adjusted my scroll time within the last 20 days. I joined this surrender fast with this wonderful lady out of the First Baptist Church of Glenarden named Celeste Owens. And she encourages you to surrender something as opposed to like a food fast, even though you can fast from a food item as well. But I decided, to your point, that I was going to surrender scroll time. And I limited now to, for the last 20 days, max I can do is an hour a day. And I haven't even been reaching that. But since I just shifted my thinking to, because as I got ready in the pre-fast phase, she encourages you to like pray about what you want to surrender. And it occurred to me, you scroll a little bit too much. Like, what's going on?
You be wasting your
It can
time.
be a time sink.
Yeah.
wasting your
And
time.
so since I've shifted, because it's wildly entertaining for me, so I don't share your exact same views, but I do realize that I was sinking a little bit more time than I need to into the app. So I have limited myself to an hour a day, which, like I said, I haven't even been meeting the maximum because I set my mind and intention that you're doing it too much, and and I made this commitment, so it's helping me to pull back because it can be a time sink.
Yeah, like, you could be scrolling, boom, boom, close the app while I'm on, it's too much. 20 seconds later, you
Back
go
on the
back
app.
just to scroll
Literally.
again.
The same
Literally
picture
20
that somebody
seconds.
posted
Yeah,
7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then,
Literally.
and then you pushing it down and have it refreshing. You nobody posting that. And it's like, what am I doing?
What am I missing?
Listen, I watch my
I'm a
husband
big
sometimes.
loser right here. Like, I'm on Instagram all day.
I watch my husband sometimes do like, I call it the social media triangle for him. He'll go on Twitter, he scroll until close it. Instagram, scroll, close it. Facebook, he put the phone down. 20 seconds later, pick it back up and do the same 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, you realize you just picked it up and just.
That's really sick.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like
sick.
so. There was a documentary on Netflix about social media and all the
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah,
it was
I
talking
heard
about
about
how
this,
many
right.
phone pickups you do a day. Like, and it's literally even if you just. Because it becomes like second nature, like picking
Yeah.
it up just to check.
Just to check, see if you got any
Yeah.
notifications. Like, who
Yeah.
care about you?
Who care about you? See what's going on. It's just
And nobody cares. Nobody cares. And there's a whole bunch of fake caring on there. You guys
that's
don't
the other
care.
thing.
That's the
That's
joint
the
that be
thing.
blowing me.
You guys don't care.
Yeah.
You don't really care about this.
Not
All those
caring
fake
beyond like
comments.
sending or doing a repost or a share. Like even people who post things like about like charities and things going on in the world, like you care enough to reshare it on your stories, but that's it. Like you're not gonna do any action behind the thing.
So,
Yeah.
and so like the piggyback is like I feel like I see through a lot of people.
Okay.
And a lot of that stuff. So it's like even when someone goes to share a story or something about whatever
thing,
that's supposed to be something serious,
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, they only doing that for the likes because they know they about to get all these comments and people gonna be
Clout
like,
chases.
oh, is that right?
So sick, man.
And that joint be blowing me.
So
And people would
sick,
just be
man.
feeding into this or the fake comments, and I'll just be
Yeah.
like, y'all don't see this.
Well, let me play
I'm
devil's
happy and I'm
advocate.
proud of. No, you're not.
Let me play devil's advocate and toss this in the ring. Do we feel this way because this is the way we feel about the app? Let me elaborate. Because things that I take seriously, like for example, Candace, we family with and very close, even friends, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know that I almost think I did not post like on her birthday because it feels impersonal to me for people that I am close to go and for me, this is not everybody. There are people from this age bracket, from the youngers.
I'm speaking for myself.
I got something to say
the
about
youngers, the youngers may take it more seriously than we do. See, I agree with everything you guys have said, but that's because that's how I perceive the app. Could they possibly be meaning what they're saying on here? We don't, so we perceive that it's fake. Could they possibly be meaning?
I think they actually, like, you're talking about the younger generation.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Right.
But I also think that's a problem. No, it's
I also have an issue with that.
Yeah, no, look at the world.
Yeah, so
Like,
like
look at it. It's
I want to
crazy out
piggyback on
here.
something you said. So like, what's this? We in October.
Yeah.
So like, I got married September 7th, so
Yes.
about a month ago, and
A month
my
ago,
wife-
5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I mean, yeah.
he been married.
Yeah, been married, but the wedding anniversary
Yes, happy anniversary.
was last month. So like, as Mickey was getting ready to post something, you know how everybody do like the long post. So I just casually asked her. I was like, no disrespect, but I'm like, what's the point of posting that? Like, are we trying?
Who we
to,
doing it for?
Yeah,
Because me and you got married.
Yeah, like, do we even? I mean, because everybody gonna say like it or whatever, but it's like, who really cares? Like
Nobody.
nobody.
But you two.
Yeah, so like it had me start thinking, and it goes back to like your
I
birthday
care.
thing.
I
It's
care because
like
I love you guys.
I'm about to say I care.
I mean,
but,
Right.
but
I was
like
gonna
it's
say.
like, it's
And
like
I'ma like to post.
It's me and you. Like I don't need
But
to
then I'ma
post.
forget about
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
but maybe it was for her because when I get my man, I don't even
post
post a
them
lot
every day?
No, I'm not doing that because that's not my life. Because that's just not my life. But I am going to throw up a little good old happy anniversary. We made it. I'm
But
going to get that.
So to that, I asked her. I said, which one means more to you? If I was to do a post, something that's expected on your birthday or
random,
or like the anniversary,
Oh, yeah.
or if I just do a random post for appreciation,
Yes.
and it's the appreciation things, and then I'll post that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she's not expecting that.
Yeah.
But on the birthday or anniversary or Mother's Day, the world is expecting the man or the
Yes.
woman, if it's Father's Day, to post it. But it's like, who cares? Because I already know what she did for me.
I kinda like having,
But what's
I kinda like
funny-
But
having
then when
an
you post it on
inside
a
track.
random, do it hit the same?
Yes, if it's heartfelt.
And let me also say this though, and let me also say this though, and as you were saying that, if she didn't post something for you on Father's Day, dog, the whispers would be like, Kalan fucking up at home.
It's sickening.
Yes, it
and
is.
they ain't going through nothing.
And they not going through nothing.
And then the ones that be going through stuff be posting hundreds of pictures
and be chilling and with
because they trying to tell the story.
Yeah,
you could post something like it's whoever your significant other, guy or male. Then you post like what you got him and all that.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
then
that.
it's like, okay, I see what you now.
Yeah,
you done got if you outside. Now you're gonna get those little. Oh, he got her this. Now I'm gonna try to get that too. It's like, what we doing here?
Yeah,
like you just seeing what you could get out of this. Like, and then a guy is doing it or the woman is doing it to see who gonna hop in their DM, and then it's just.
Oh,
like,
is that a thing?
I guess.
Let me tell you.
See what I'm saying? Now I'm spilling the tea.
I've been out here for a long time. Okay, I don't
like
know.
having an inside track. Like I don't gotta say happy birthday to Candace. Have a great year on Instagram. I'm like, I'm over here with this boo. I can just we on the
She dropping off a basket on the doorstep.
That's how I roll. But I don't need
and
that
I appreciate
to be
it.
But what I will do to another point that you kind of alluded to is I do have friends that like the social media hype. And I know who they are. Sometimes I will play to their love language, but not all the time because it's not mine.
Language?
No, it's not really. I'm just. It's not really. I'm just. I'll play to their ego, if you will, because I know they would like
acts of appreciation.
Acts of appreciation.
Thank you.
So I guess it could, but yeah, but that's like the social aspect. But like, what do y'all think? The business aspect of the social media. Do y'all see the value of that?
It depends on the business.
Yeah, and it could build your brand.
Yes, that's what I was
if you use it the correct way.
Yes,
gotcha.
So last time Kalan and I were talking about this, there's this guy that I follow that I think he's fairly successful. I mean, he got the numbers to show it, and he teaches how to use social media like strategy. Right?
I want to cut you off. You gotta be careful with them numbers.
You do,
because a lot of people who claim
to have numbers,
they're experts and gurus. Like I've heard the stories firsthand from some of these people that got the 200,000 followers now that was on the Instagram way back when it first started years ago. That was doing all the buying followers. Yeah. So now it looks like they getting them organically, but they've been on the Instagram buying them that got them up to 15, 20K at first.
So one of the things that I usually do if I'm looking at somebody and I'm impressed by what they are saying, maybe, or like think that what they're saying is okay, like to double check that they are who they say they are, is check how many followers they have versus how many likes they get. Because really what matters is engagement, right? So you can have 1 million followers, but if you only capturing 10,000 likes, what's happening? Like nobody's engaging with your content, which means people aren't really following. You got ghosts, and they used to be like the little eggs following you or whatever. So I need to make sure that I would say that his engagement is at a percentage that makes it seem like his content is probably like he actually grew this organically at some point, right? So one of the things that he encourages is posting 3 times a day. I'm gonna tell you,
Is this a product that he's selling? Like, you have to buy in for him to let you know to post 3 times a day?
No. He puts this out there for free. Like a lot of his content he puts out there for free. Now he tells you if you buy his class, because obviously there's a product, right? If you buy his class, he'll get more in depth with you about certain things. But he really does put a lot of content out there for free, or whatever. And so, but the posting the 3 times a day, like I get it, right? And one of the other things he always encourages is asking for the sale. He says a lot of people post, but they don't encourage the follower or the person to do the next action. Like, what's the action step, right? I post 3 times. You want me to post 3 times a day? I can't do it.
And then come up with captions.
Yeah, come up with. I can't.
Because like for real, I just want to one word and post it.
That's a job in itself, right?
It is.
Wait a minute. They actually have real job titles, even in the federal government.
Yeah, social media, whatever.
Engagement.
Yeah, I used to work in the public affairs office.
But see, I could do something like that if that's my job and that's my main focus.
But like to grow this brand, like it's 3 times a day is a lot, homie. It's a lot, and I'm not saying. And Kalan was saying that for Ghost Stretch, he tried it, right, and he didn't really see the benefit. He saw it once a day was good enough. 3 times a day was too much. Yeah. I haven't even made it to the test phase because it's a lot.
Because like I feel like Amiri said, and this is the common theme that I'm already starting to see for this episode is people don't care. So after I post
jokes.
after I post the first Go Stretch thing, and I'm gonna come right back and post something again 3 hours later.
Now you nagging me.
Yeah.
You're nagging me.
But I feel like, you know, what's not helping right now is that we all have the same opinion. Because I'm with you. I go, Caitlin. Amari said he goes there for jokes. I am on there for entertainment for the most part as well. But there are people on there,
But
kind of like a marketplace, huh?
Is anybody? Do you know anybody who goes to Instagram? Like when I need something, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to Instagram.
Yes. We are not in that generation. I see people doing posts like, where can I find a so and so? Oh, let me give an even better example. And someone who is in our generation, a friend of mine who is my age, went there to find a balloon. I don't want to call it
like a balloon arch situation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But see, now I would do that because that's new and novel, and you see people advertising on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram. I see Instagram more like impulse buying. Like, you know, you at the grocery store, you go, you get all the things you want, and then on your way out, they got all these things lined up that you got to push past to get to the checkout. And I can't walk past these peanut M&Ms. I must throw them in the cart. I did not come for the peanut M&Ms. It was an impulse buy.
I really believe that's our mindset as at this generation.
I'm too settled. Am I too old?
We're not old.
Older? I'm too older?
Maybe, because I'm telling you, people are going there doing the research. How many times I've gone there and see people saying, where can I get a so-and-so? DM me only serious responses. Where do I go to get this and that? And
crowdsourcing.
Yeah. And they're looking for a person with an Instagram page. I have people asking for things. I have people asking for, you know, resources on there, and people saying, oh, like even with my baking, they're like, oh, where's your Instagram page? And because I am exclusive, no, I'm just kidding. Lazy is more like it. I don't feel like posting all my stuff, but I get, you know, clients by recommendation and reference.
Okay.
You bake?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, I cook.
Reese's treats.
Do you?
I'll be trying.
He don't be trying. He be having a whole catering situation.
I also cook as
He's
well.
in culinary school, so he
just
does
started
more
back,
than.
too. Man, pat on the back. I've made it to every class except for one, but I only missed one because I had to go to a wedding out of town.
That's what's up.
That's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Almost
That's
perfect
good.
attendance.
Yes.
Almost like
Yes.
90%.
I'm here
But
for it.
when I tell the youngins,
But
the younger
artisans
people,
then is what
the
I say
younger
that.
people,
People go there for artisans.
okay.
Can we agree to that? Like,
I
if you were going to
agree to that.
search Instagram, if you're searching, it's usually for an artisan.
Probably.
What is what is
What is an artisan? Is that a pizza?
I thought it was like the artisan brand cookies. I've seen that before.
It's
I've
like
never heard of artisan
people
cookies.
go there looking for handcrafted or like service oriented, like personalized things.
Nope.
So like,
He said no.
no. So you don't
Never
agree
go.
with that?
Yeah, I've never been on Instagram.
No, you might not go, but I'm saying
you only going on there.
you
like
only
people
going on
say
there to
for
delete
entertainment.
things. You going on there to start pages and delete them.
I'm looking for clothes and shoes, and I'm looking for food and jokes.
So food, yes.
I don't want to see none of my
Food
friends.
and jokes, yes, I agree.
Let me say, I have been a patron of no less than 3 restaurants that were born on, you know, just started and like just getting their business up. So all they don't even have a website; they have an IG page. So from the business aspect, I mean, it's getting people up there. Even look at Crab Balls from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I'm a
Yeah.
patron,
Thing.
but he blew up because
He did
of,
blow up because of Instagram.
because of IG. Yeah.
But also,
Yeah,
it was a
real
limited
quick, though.
release.
Y'all don't look at men on the Instagram. Let's have an honest moment because I really do.
Yeah, let's
like,
have a
look
honest,
at
what
the,
you mean, like for somebody to date?
Yeah, like no, not like that, but
okay.
like look at the guys that you think look good. Cause I look for the women that work out. Boom, they're all over the explore page, and I'm trying to follow all of them.
No, I don't do that.
What do y'all do?
No, I don't do that.
What do women do? What do the women do?
I scroll for the entertainment value, but you just gave me an idea. So wait a minute.
Yeah, what do the women do?
Like, guide me through this. You going in there looking for? I see guys that work. I don't know, because I be thinking
And maybe
people
not guys
faking,
who work out.
like you talking
mean?
about.
What you mean faking?
Like with these people, y'all
Like the
post,
women you
some of
say
these
working out,
people-
they don't work out.
That's what I'm trying to
Nah,
say.
they
They buy
working
their
out.
bodies and then they work out.
A lot of
no,
these
no,
women,
no, no, no.
I ain't gonna say all women because I don't want to be the slander.
Right.
But a lot of women get the surgery.
And
No,
then,
that's what we
so
talking
then be in
about.
the gym afterwards and be like,
Well,
this
it don't
is
matter at that point as long as you're working out. No, I really like click the fitness page and then they highlight the
So
certain
wait a minute,
people.
you're not clicking, correct me if I'm wrong.
He's not
You're
looking
not
to work
clicking
out.
for fitness. You're
No.
clicking
No,
for
I'm
someone with
looking
a
for
fit
fitness.
body.
Huh?
You want to see somebody with a fit body. It doesn't matter if you do want somebody that.
So I want the tips, but I want somebody that look good too.
That's actively working out.
Correct.
Not just have a body that looks like they work out.
It, huh?
Do you just? I think you just looking to find a woman that has a body that looks like she work out. You're not necessarily looking for somebody to go to spin class.
Like what if she just posing
I'm not
in
looking
yoga?
for nobody to
work out with.
I just want my entertainment.
Is a woman posing in Fabletics.
Okay.
He looking for a woman posing in Fabletics.
Yeah, so no, I don't do that. I'm gonna start doing it though.
Yeah, like the regular
posing in Fabletics.
That's working out.
Oh, okay.
Looking for the men folk.
I thought she was gonna say she was gonna start posing in Fabletics. I just had to clarify.
I'm gonna look for the men folk, like you said. I'm gonna
like the girls that work for the government, but you know when they get off work, they go to the gym and then they post
like a regular girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not looking for like the joints that I thought we was looking for celebrities. That's not what we're doing.
Hell no. I hate celebrities.
I don't even follow celebrities.
Now, can you put some type of geographic limitations on this? I want to be intentional.
Geographic limitations, like where do they live in?
Yeah, are they
local?
No, they could be anywhere.
Hashtag DMV
I run around.
Okay.
I run across a few of them that are local. I don't see them. I don't know them or anything like that.
All right.
She said, I want to be intentional.
Taking a note.
But y'all don't look at
No, I don't.
You guys are lying. Like,
no, I mean I don't. I really don't. Like you can scroll through my
men. Like, do they have men on? You know how women like to like.
Yeah, there's
the IG models. Do they have men that do that?
There are men IG models, like men thirst traps. Yeah, I see. Like, I was going to say a name. Woo! I was about to say a name.
I've seen the thirst trap before.
I was about to say a person that we know in common that's related to us posts them sometimes in her stories, like, and it just be a man who look good and he just be like licking his lips at the camera, and you be like,
tell me about that.
That's a little weird. But y'all,
but that's the thing. But no, I don't follow any of those.
I think what the women is, y'all probably get on like famous like rappers or basketball players or football players page and follow them.
No. Not me. I think you have the wrong people. I think that is a thing, but I think you have the wrong.
Yes, that
is a thing.
You can peruse through the people that I'm following.
No, I believe it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I think it is a thing. It is a thing. I just think you talking to. I'm on Instagram for the DIY girls.
I like that type stuff too.
Yeah, so I'm watching all the all the reels where people be like snapping their stuff be done. And I be like, look at this. This is.
You said randoms?
Mm-hmm. Like random pages?
No. I mean, not. And I mean, no.
But
I guess it would be random, like somebody that's baking a cookie or doing something.
Yeah, I follow all those people.
But I mean, I'm talking about with respect to like someone who I found attractive. I don't just be like,
but there could be like a male.
No, but what if
a male bakery?
Yeah, I'm saying like, what
you're
if
going to follow that page?
Yeah, I'm not going to not follow it because it's a man. I'm just saying I don't go out there and just look for
handsome men to follow.
Like,
I wouldn't necessarily say I look for it.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
Oh, look, there go one. There's an example. There you go. Off screen, our producer is showing us an example.
That's a thirst trap.
Or do y'all follow that type stuff?
No, I would not follow.
That's what I'm saying. I would not follow that.
Nikki follow. She put it right up. She said, "Shit, I know what he's talking about."
I can't. I'm not.
I can't believe y'all in here lying to me.
No, because I promise you, I don't. Because I'm on there for the DIY girls. I follow the DIY.
I'm not on there for that too, but
I don't follow them. I've seen them, but I don't follow them just because I feel like they are synthetic. Just like you know
how to get to it though.
If I wanted to find it,
you see what I'm saying? You know how to get to it. You're not. Maybe somebody's looking at your followers. So that's the reason why you don't follow.
How you get to them?
But you know how to get to them.
No, it's not.
You know
nobody's looking at my followers.
How you get to all the pages.
How do you get to them? I guess you would go to the explore page and put in.
Guessing. Right, I'm about to say you just
no.
You know how I'm doing.
This is literally a guess. I would guess you would put in like I would go for like just like hashtag athlete or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtagging.
Yeah.
I hashtag too.
That's the only way I would know.
Hashtag clothes and shoes and stuff like that to get ideas on how to wear them.
Oh, I follow a young lady who now see that's what I'm on the IGs for. Like I follow a young lady who is a stylist.
Hold on, so you said you hashtag athlete?
No, so I would if I was looking for that.
That is sick.
I don't hashtag athlete. I don't know. I don't have nothing.
Like terrible.
Hold on, that's like
I thought this was a safe environment. Now you would call her sick.
Yeah,
that's not
but
okay.
to me, I'm not judging, and
I don't hashtag athlete. I need it to be said.
Judgment.
I don't hashtag athlete.
Candace does not search.
I do not hashtag athlete. But I would say, no, if I wanted to, I guess that's how I would get to them. Because it's like, if you're trying to get to a man who is athletic, what would he hashtag? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would
doing that?
Yeah. Or people who have an interest in gathering a follower, they put in hashtag. I mean, that's part of the branding thing, right?
So like,
they do be putting all them hashtags.
Yeah, it'd be like 17,000 hashtags just to grab one.
See, I didn't know that's what that was.
So, but the marketing guy that I talked
creepy.
to, it's funny, the marketing guy that I was talking about earlier, one of the pieces of free content that he put out said that one of the things that he does, because he knows who his client is. So one of the things I was telling Kalan a couple episodes ago was part of the issue that I have with Instagram and my brand is that what I have following me is a bunch of people who do what I do, right? So it's a wedding industry. I make invitations and other like accoutrement, if you will, right? So who else is following me? Other wedding planners, other people doing wedding invites. I don't care about y'all following me because y'all not buying my things, right? Who I'm trying to get in front of is the client, right? Yeah. The 24-year-old, 27-year-old, 30-year-old bride who's looking for these things, or bride to be. So how do I get in front of her before she's inundated with wedding things and I get lost in the shuffle, right? So he was saying one of his hashtags is he was like I have no shame about it. One of my hashtags is hashtag Atlanta Weaves. He was like, because
everybody's searching that.
Because women who are looking for Atlanta weaves, right? Like, I'm trying to get in front of a different market. And he was like, so I hashtag Atlanta weaves, and that comes up as a part of the content. So that made me think about, okay, so now I know who my client is. Bride. I know who my client is, and I know that she spends a little bit more money than average because my wedding invites cost a little bit more money than average, right? I know that she's in taste with the finer things in life, blah, blah, blah. So one of the things that I started sneaking in the middle of all my regular like wedding inspo, wedding invite, like hashtags, in the middle I got Jimmy Choo. And the rest are all wedding related, right? So that if you start doing Jimmy Choo, like if you're looking for Jimmy Choos or whatever, or luxury shoes, it's going to come up. And hopefully you on your way to get married, or you can share with somebody that you know is.
And I know a lot of brides that like a nice designer shoe for their wedding.
Come on, they come through.
Even if they don't even put it on, they just want to have a photo with it. Exactly. So that's a good idea.
That's why. But that was one of his free pieces of content. So I was like, I'm gonna do that.
No, but I think it's been extremely helpful for people in business, depending on what their brand, what their product is, and also what their generation is.
Is it oversaturated?
What you mean?
It depends.
Like, can you get through? Can you break through on Instagram? Is the market oversaturated? Is Instagram oversaturated?
Too many people on Instagram
trying to sell. It depends on what you're trying to sell.
I think it is.
You break through?
I think
you break through?
Some people can.
Yeah,
it's hard to organically
gotta
now.
Be on
organically, yes.
It's hard to organically,
and then when you're like on and everybody knows you, and then they go to the Instagram, it's gonna like propel you higher. Like,
yes,
and I mean the best thing to do is to go viral. You know, some people doing it for clout chasing, but some people like Uncaged Chef was one that I kept seeing a lot of. One of the new restaurants that broke out and has now 2 restaurants since like 2019.
Never mind.
You do know. We talked about it. I know who he is. Yeah, and then
I was gonna say I don't need me a butter pecan fried chicken sandwich.
First of all, don't do that on the.
Don't be liking that stuff either.
It's too much. Time out. What
flames? That should be
I don't
looking
be
bomb.
liking this.
Time out. Let's not judge it yet. Let's talk about the business aspect.
I'm just saying.
Before you start talking about your man food.
It can't be a waffle and then a fried chicken with butter pecan whipped ice cream and bacon and a hash brown.
You know what's crazy?
Is that not too much?
People want it.
Thank you. And I feel like, because when you cook, you don't really, well, if you care about it, you don't really want to give people that, because that shit'll kill you.
Yes.
But people are so sick, they want that. So guess what? I'm in the business to give people what they want.
Right here.
So if you guys want all that, a waffle with a jalapeno on top of that shit.
But let me tell you something. He always
is giving the people what they want.
But he also posts himself eating it, so at least he is a buyer of his own product. You can, and you can look at him and tell.
That might be dangerous. You're not supposed to use the product.
You shouldn't be eating this stuff. People.
Right. I mean, it's a lot.
It's like literally 3 meals in one.
More than that. But my point is, he went I believe viral, at least on a local
Level.
My mama
or
sent me
local level.
arcade chef stuff, and she ain't on it.
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
So
So
he
back to
doing what he need
Kalen's
to be
point,
doing.
it's hard to break through organically, but if
when you
enough
do-
people pick it up and it goes
That's it.
viral, it's out there.
And part of his breaking through, right, is the extreme. Like that's
Yeah,
the kind of
that's a-
stuff
that's
that
a
breaks
strategy.
through
Right.
on Instagram, on the social media
That's
platforms,
true.
is doing the extreme. Like you're
right
not gonna
about
break
that.
through with a regular chicken and waffle. You just not
Right.
gonna do it.
Right.
So you gotta have a butter pecan butter. You gotta have a hash brown in between. You gotta have a bacon on top and make it a sandwich. It's too much. I don't like it.
But but it's,
It's
like
tough.
But then, truthfully, like again, it goes to being like down in the numbers, because it's like you could become viral, get all these followers, get all these likes on Instagram,
Be hot.
and your product ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Your service ain't doing nothing. Meanwhile, this business who's sitting on 400 followers is
Still
killing the
killing.
game.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people with like who's really it in real life. They don't do the social media and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
that happens.
And then the people that's on social media, they might not be doing as good as it appears. Like I
Yeah.
see it far too often, but
Yeah.
perception is everything on there. Like
Well, I would say this, and that's true in life. Perception is everything in life. How you perceive it is how it is for you. But I would say this, that the people that are successful and they haven't tapped into the social media market, kudos, big up to them. That's hot. But shoot, I would encourage them to go and get
Yeah,
on in,
because
because
you
that's
could-
a whole new audience that they can capitalize on. And I will say that, Crab Boss and Uncaged and the new Black Dragon carry out, which is supposed to be a black owned carry out with a
Like a-
carry out Asian feel. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I have heard about that joint.
Yeah.
And those guys,
The names are-
with
I
the
think
exception
they're
of
going over
of Black Dragon, he hasn't gotten his own restaurant yet. But the other one is
There's another one like in
what's the brunch
Hyattsville.
space, the brunch spot that everybody goes to?
Camp
Kitchen
Space?
Kitchen Cray,
Cray.
and also the other one. I forgot you.
Milk and Honey?
Got Milk and Honey.
Oh, yeah.
Those
I
are
love
some
Milk
that
and
had
Honey.
came up me too.
I want
Those-
to try the Kitchen Cray though.
You gotta try Kitchen Cray.
They
It's
got
nice.
Catch 22 up the street now.
Yes.
What's Catch 22?
That's under
The spin-off. It's like a seafood brunch from Milk and Honey.
Milk and Honey, and
Oh,
they
it's
got
the
another.
same people.
So that's what I'm getting ready to say. Those, with the exception of Black Dragon, they have some fruits that have come from. It's not just about, they do have a lot of followers, but they have fruit. Got that going. The one you just said, and I keep forgetting the name.
Milk and Honey.
Milk and Honey, boy, like 4 or 5 new restaurants. They even in Atlanta, so it's they are
from Philly.
they are. When I say they in Atlanta, they have a restaurant in Atlanta.
But
Like,
I
and
heard
they got
some
like
little
5
sketchy stuff about that, but
I don't know all the
Yeah,
details, but
yeah, I
I'm
done
saying
heard some
that
sketchy
they're
stuff.
showing some fruit by
from
fruit.
their
I mean, the
labor.
money from the labor and the
Oh,
numbers,
shit. I
even
thought you was
Kitchen
about to say,
Cray.
like they had a fruit that you could only get from.
I'm
Like,
getting ready to go.
Pack my things.
Cut.
you said they got this fruit. I'm like,
What's
oh shit,
going
I'm
on?
waiting to
yeah,
hear
at
when
first
it
I
gets.
was
did.
like,
My
what's
mind
the
did go
fruit?
to fruit at first.
Is it a lychee? What's happening?
I'm waiting to hear where they get the fruit from.
They got a return on their investment. They out here getting these coins.
Yeah.
But it is
I
true.
love it.
I do. I like when it comes full circle for the people, right?
Yeah.
Right, but that's not happening. To Kayla's point, that ain't happening to everybody.
It's
People
not.
out here flexing like
It's
they
not.
really doing
and a
it.
lot of
and they
people,
not.
it like you you go there expecting like this great experience or whatever, and it's really lackluster. Like people, that goes to the point that if you are going to be on here and doing the things, you need to make sure that you have the systems in place to be ready to receive the income or the
don't be
income,
out
the
here
inflooding of
faking it and trying to, because people are doing that too. They're getting puffed up to just get the party plan. Remember my cousin's party? She had a few posts up about her party planning skills, and then she did a party for my cousin that, just for starters, it started at 2:30 and they showed up at almost 5.
the party plan.
But I'm not just talking
3
about
hours.
Are we
after-
too hard on us when it comes to like businesses?
I think
No, when you show up 3 hours after my thing
3
starts.
hours. Is
But what do you
excessive.
mean, like,
better
too
have
hard,
that.
like, in
if you
terms
show up
of-
3 hours late, you better have that.
No, let me
that.
tell you what happened when she came in. I thought she was going to throw this stuff up like Tasmanian devil because
That
she
was
late. Slow. The picture wall went up at 8. Party was over at 9. You should have put the picture wall up first to keep people distracted. The the congratulation balloons flew into the air, but the point is, all this puffed
Maybe she
up.
couldn't find a sitter.
Come here. I'm gonna mess him up. The point is, back to Kayla's point, all this hype and then you don't have, and your point, you don't have the skills.
The skills
to
or
back
the
it
system
up.
to back it up. And some people have the skills, but they're not ready, right? Like,
That's
okay,
true.
last year,
Milk
so
and
in
honey.
19 and 20, I made, I did like, I was doing the numbers last night for my tax guy, right? So in 2019, 2020, I might have made like 40 brooms, right? During wedding season. This year alone, I did 120 brooms, right? But if you're not ready and have systems in place and be organized, that could be a complete fail. You know what I'm saying? Because you got things coming in that you're not ready for. So it's important that you have the systems in place. You cool when you catering and you only serving 10 people at a time, but you put up that fire, but a pecan sandwich and it's 500 people outside, you better be ready for 500 people.
And the girl told my cousin after she was charging her $3,000, which I was like, pardon? For a new business planner, a new business party planner. And that's what she told her. Well, the stuff I did when my cousin was like, what's going on? Because the buffet, what is it called? The candy buffet only had a cake on it. Where's the candy? The congratulation balloons were not there. The balloon arch, the balloons, there were balloons on there this big, so it was deflated.
Did the
It was
person
just
make it right.
no. And she told my cousin I want the rest of my money. And so, but my point is, then she gonna tell my cousin, well, the parties you saw that I did, those were small parties. So are you telling me now after you
can't
charged
do
me
it.
$3,000 that you were not qualified to do my party?
Yeah.
Look, that mortgage was due.
You have you gotta show up with the skills. And honestly, as a person who has struggled with imposter syndrome, that's something that makes me nervous about both my businesses. I want to show up and be ready.
Show up and show out.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I want people to be like, this was an experience, not like, damn, she was late, but the cupcakes was flat, they was dry. No, they was burnt. I don't want that.
Has it ever happened to you?
Never.
I don't know why she has imposter
She
syndrome.
crosses her legs. Never.
Yeah.
I always
show up.
I never disappoint.
But to your question,
but
right?
I'm nervous to expand.
Are we too hard on us?
I wanted to say milk and honey. I've been there like 5 times every single time.
It was great.
Amazing.
I've never been, so I'm going to take your word and go.
Amazing.
It's consistent, but I
And
tell
I'm
you
gonna
one
tell
thing
the
that was
chef Amiri
funny
sent me.
in the beginning. They had on the
That's the only place I've ever been out of all the places we named. I just didn't want to sound like we was dogging all the places.
No, and we
Milk
were
and honey
not.
was amazing.
no milk and honey is good.
And
Kitchen
Crab Boss
Curry
is good.
I've never been. I want to go to Kitchen
Milk
Curry.
and honey.
I know. You see how she skipped over. I went to Crab Boss one time. It was wonderful. I don't know.
Crab Boss.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was
messing with
good.
that.
I'm
I'm a
happy
seafood
for all the
person.
black businesses that are out here thriving. So, like you said, I don't have anything negative to say about anything. Any
One of those restaurants. I think they took advantage of what was out there,
Yes,
and they did it.
I'm
They
using
had
them
the
as a
system-
great example of going viral
and using
and
it.
riding the wave and getting fruit or money off of the wave that came and are
being
still,
prepared.
and still growing. When I say getting money, they're still growing. So it is, to me, that is
And that's-
evidence that they had a solid product and they didn't just like this party planner
Right.
go get hype off,
Yeah.
get business off of some nice pictures and don't have the follow
And
up.
then you end up being
Yeah.
one of them memes, what I ordered and what I got.
That is a great fear of mine.
Yeah,
my
and it'd be
cake.
like what I
Then I'm gonna be
ordered,
on
and it'd be
Shade
awesome.
Room, what I ordered versus what I got.
Yeah, and
That's
we don't
like,
want
no,
that.
I can't do that.
So before we started, me and Amari was rapping, and we kind of got on some of that. But it was like I had asked them, and I want to ask the group because we all are entrepreneurs in our own right.
Yeah.
But what's really keeping you from going all in, throwing the chips all in? Because we all still working. But why is that?
These kids.
Whoa.
Hold on, but Amari hit on something though.
Come on, Amari. Drop some knowledge on it.
See, now you made me forget.
Nah,
What the bills
so
is still
tell
due.
them about the whole thing about that nervousness that you have.
Yeah, like say you go all in, right? The people around you, or maybe however many people that you sold cakes to, they like it. But what if everybody else don't like it, and you find out that you really not good at it, and people just wanted to maybe just see you succeed, but your product ain't really it. Like, and
Why
then
didn't
you
he
just-
use his business as an example?
Hey,
Why are you looking at you talking about cakes?
what if our clothing line ain't it? Like,
No, but you're right.
I can't go all in right now. So
So are you
because-
waiting for a marker? Is that what it is? Is there a marker that would tell you that I am it and I can throw all the chips in?
Yeah.
But like,
The
have
money.
you?
But how
literally
much?
set
What
that?
is
Like,
that marker?
yeah, what's that marker?
Like Keith Battle said,
that's the
like
hard
Keith,
part.
like
away,
Keith Battle
too. It's
said,
like
what's your
far
jump?
away.
He said it's got to be your, what do you call it, jump money.
Yeah.
The money that will allow
Yeah,
you
'cause
to
I'm
have
not
enough to jump out there
leaving
and be
my
like,
job or off $50,000. $50,000 won't make you through the year. Like it
No,
won't make
sir,
you
it
halfway
won't.
through the year. Like
Exactly.
But
so you need you.
Yeah, but you need to set in your mind what that jump point is.
You know, and it can be. It don't even necessarily have to be. You have to know, and when you know, you know.
I feel like that's
nah,
dangerous.
that is.
It is.
You need a quantitative. Not you need, but it would be good for me. It's a quantitative goal. So I've been working for the federal government my whole career because I'm born and raised in DC, and that's big business in DC. So I've never worked private industry, and what that means is a consistent check, even when the government is shut down. I knew that they was gonna come back and give me my money. Precedents has shown that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that back in a minute. So that's guaranteed. Then we get into a worldwide pandemic, and it's like, oh yeah, just work from the comfort of your home, and guess what? Your check gonna still come. Now, when I go out here, and if it be Reese's Treats, my baking business, or Kenely Consulting, my consulting business, it's based on contracts won, services performed. That's concerning for me as a person who got the good Uncle Sam check coming in every week, no matter what happens.
And
So
then they
that's
gonna
what it
try
is
to
for
tell
me.
you, oh no, you scared? You don't believe in? No, I do believe in what I'm selling, but I'm not an idiot. Like,
So,
but I kind of disagree, because it's like, if you truly believe that you won't fail, you gonna do what you gotta do to make it.
that's true.
Even if it's pivot. So
Just
you
pivot,
might say like, dang Blake,
but
like
define making it.
whatever you need
gotta
right now.
define it.
Well, it's levels
what
to
I'm
it,
saying,
because right
because
now making it might just be
Equal to what you make at work.
keeping the lights on.
Right.
Yeah, what if you,
Or whatever.
Yeah,
that's making it. Because so right now, to me, it's like, if we can continue to keep the lights on, we all right.
that's cool, right?
It ain't where I want to be, but we gonna keep on moving the needle,
Right.
or whatever. And then it's just pivoting. All right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I guess you just gotta take that risk.
you gotta be like all in on yourself. Like,
I'm newly in a place of searching for resolutions for the jump funds. Because I know nobody's going to get rich off the federal government, because it's a cap, right? I mean, I'm not going to say nobody's going to get rich, because you have people that are millionaires based on their
Yeah, you can be-
retirement, the TSP and all that.
when there's
but I'm talking
63 and 65.
yeah, but I
and
want to be out here, the boss of me, right? And that's not the case right now. It's I have a federal government job, so I'm newly entertaining ideas that can keep me in my same, which some people might disagree with this, my same comfort zone, and still allow me to jump, like the idea that I mentioned earlier.
Right.
If I got a teaching or instructor contract, not a job to come work for them in June, but a contract, you work this many weeks teaching this many classes for this amount, and we sign on a dotted line, that's jump money, because that's coming in. I know that's coming in as long as I perform.
So you're looking for, the thing that is for you, I mean, obviously there's a quantitative figure,
Right.
but it is
But it's
also
consistent.
security.
Security.
It is security that you are looking for. And it sounds like you too, like, I need to make sure that these things are going to line up in a certain way.
And it's something that we also
trying
both
to go
mentioned
back
is
to
that
mine
we not hood rich or anything, but we like things. So like, my security is not just my lights. I got some other things I like. To keep up with.
you like the material things. You got a lifestyle that you want to keep up. Like, you want to.
And he said he's not going back to the mama house.
Them joints fresh, by the way.
I was about to say, I like that orange. Yeah,
Quite fly.
very nice.
Quite fly.
I gotta
Very
stop.
nice.
said I
Okay,
gotta stop.
come on,
It's
that's what I'm
bad.
talking
Problem
about.
is
Yeah.
terrible habit.
He said I got a problem.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think that's like a real thing, because it's like, so many people had these big lofty dreams of leaving the job, whatever. But it's like, honestly, I don't see a lot of people leaving the job.
My husband won't let me leave.
And that's,
These kids. My husband. I mean, I'm just giving you the things. I can give you a list.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't blame them. So you would jump?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I
She's
tried to
unfair,
jump.
y'all.
I promise you, I tried to jump in 2000. I guess, let me see, I had bought my house, so it was past 2012. It might have been maybe right after Chase was born, like 2013, 14. I was ready to jump then.
For Pretty Prince?
For Pretty Prince, because there was enough, I saw enough product being sold And it wasn't even, I hadn't even reached the quantitative marker, but the projection was showing that I was going to reach the marker in the way that I wanted to, but I didn't have the time, right? So I was like, the only way I can dedicate the time to this is to jump. And I think, so one might look at my life now, right? Where we live, what we drive, what, whatever, and say, oh, you made the right decision. I think we made a decision. I don't necessarily say it was necessarily the right decision, because I say if I had jumped then, who knows where you would be now, like alternative realities, right? Also, because we didn't have as much as far as responsibilities, right? Mortgage was lower. We only had one kid at the time. Like that kind of stuff would allow you to make that kind of jump, struggle through a little bit, because we had less money than we had now, so the struggle would have felt less real than it will feel right now if I jump. You know what I'm saying? So alternative,
your decisions would have been a lot different had you made those moves earlier. Exactly. Then you'd have been like, all right, well, this is what we got a budget for. Exactly. And then life would still be good.
Life would have been different. So it would have been different. I don't necessarily know where, you don't know where it would have taken you. So a decision was made. It was a fine decision. I'm not going to, bash the decision. But now to jump is a whole, it's like life is different, because I do have other people to consider and their comfort level and what I'm willing to sacrifice for them. Like, I don't think just because I want to jump, my daughter should have to sacrifice cheer and my son should be able to sacrifice soccer and track and all that kind of stuff, right? Those things cost money.
Right. So, like, looking at that situation,
right?
What do you think? Like, what's that number? Or, like, how do you know when it's time for you? Like, is it, you said you went from 40 brooms to 120.
Yeah.
Is that 200 next summer? Then you like, all right, I'm doing it.
Here, what we going to do?
Yeah, I know, right?
Because you probably will keep growing.
Yeah, I think for me, so I think if my other side of the house takes off, because y'all know I do. So back in the day, the thing that was pushing me over was the invitations, right? The invitations were like, and they take so much time. They monopolize your time because of the graphics and the printing and the assembly, like it's a lot. And then I switched to brooms. Brooms are lighter, right? I could move them faster and it's easier to get done, right? So that's why I kind of made a shift. I think if the other side of the house takes off and this side of the house stays steady, so if I stay at 120 and I really put the focus energy on the invitations the way I want to in this off season, we're going to be in trouble. I'm going to have to hire somebody. I think that's going to be the first thing. Once I hire like an intern or somebody who can do it and that proves successful, then I'm going to be talking to my husband like, well, I have a question. Also, though, I will say that situations and times have changed, right? Back in the day, we were going in the office every single day. So you had to be at work at least 40 hours, if not more. I was middle management. So that means I was working my literal ass off. I was working more than 40 hours. I was like working all the time, sun up to sundown, and then coming home and doing the things. Now I'm upper management. And so I don't work as hard, right? For the
government?
Yeah, I work for a government. And so I don't work as hard as, and I was working for the government then too, but I was middle management. And middle managers, y'all be doing it because you got to keep everybody in line and report to the uppers. It's a lot. But now I am the upper. And so I don't really do as much, right? Like a lot of my projects can be done during the day as well. I mean, it just is what it is. And so I have more time that I can dedicate during my regular time. And we all working from home because it's a worldwide pandemic, right? Yeah, so
never was a pandemic going on with me either.
I had 3 months in the beginning. That was it. I've been back at work
3 months because I had it.
I'm sorry about your misfortune because I haven't been in the office.
Kenely Consulting was able to bump like crazy last year.
Come on. And sis was getting checks, okay?
Because I was working from home.
Ask her about it.
And nobody was getting cut short. It was just that I could just work.
Cut the commute
I don't have any kids. So when I tell you I could work, it was back in I was working and
smile to hear that you guys are like at home working,
killing it.
That's like
that's good.
Yeah, that's like the craziest, like
killing it.
Because if you
I make all this money from home,
killing it. But I ain't gonna lie, I was working my butt off though because I would back last May when I was working that the Wamata contract, I would work literally all night and take a nap. I'm online for my federal government agency at 7 a.m. I would take a nap, like hour and a half tops. Get up and get that green tea matcha going and push through.
Yeah, but sis got a commission check that was worth it. Okay,
working.
Come on.
So that working from
so
home.
You was really working.
Oh yeah. Oh. I was right. So for Kenely Consultants, I help.
That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I help contractors secure government contracts through proposal writing and other consulting. And so I was working a big proposal back then that my client won. And so it was huge and it required a lot of work. I'm extremely proud of it, but I'm excited because if I was going into the office, it wouldn't just be commute time. You still working at home. I mean, you still staying late at work even when you say you're not going to. This way, I'm changing jobs, like
literally change my turning
around.
Because you at home for real.
Yeah, and then on the weekends
I would work at work. You at home.
But see, that requires some mental adjustment and discipline too, because
people be sleep.
Like somebody else said, what somebody say? Let's be real, we're not working at home, we're living at work. I was like, ooh, that hurt. Yeah. Because it had me walking past my desk giving it the side eye, like, it's a little bit of resentment, but it's in my house.
So you can't let that end, because once you start to feed it, then it's going.
And that's why I didn't allow it to do that, because I wouldn't be able to thrive otherwise. But it's been helpful. It's been extremely helpful.
Like,
and let's be real.
If I had that time, I would be a monster.
Yeah.
Like, I would kill it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had any telework job.
And now, as a result, they're having a lot of postings for what they're calling remote positions, which is full-time telework. You can work from anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, they had an opening for one.
It's necessary. And
I do my resume to fly me in.
Try and get flued out.
Yes.
Try and get flued out. Because and I will say that we have a different mindset than a lot of people, because I will be fair to the general public and say, there were some people when I would catch them on conference call, they still had their bonnets on and they was in bed. They was not working at home.
Yeah.
Many people are like that.
Yes.
Some of the craziest looking people on some of them Zoom calls.
Yeah. Okay. And so there are a lot of people who ain't doing nothing. But
I know
we
people
work,
who before COVID, who would go on their telework days to the movies. So you only can imagine what they're doing now.
Right.
But I believe in ethics, and I believe in my I believe in my word. I believe in my word. I believe in ethics. I don't believe in stealing government time. I'm not here for that. That stuff will come back on you. I ain't doing that.
Yeah. So I had two computers set up at the same time. Okay.
That was one of them questions they asked me, and I was nervous.
Oh no!
Like, have you lied on your timesheet? I'm like, there was that time I was teleworking, and now you do the whole 8.
Oh, they asked y'all that? Did you lie on your timesheet?
Well, I've never been asked that.
So but we certify our time every time you turn your time.
I guess that is a bit of a question.
The time that I'm submitting.
Actually, ours says I certify. Now that you just said that, ours says I certify when we click it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they could use that against us.
The people on the federal line.
Yes, I certify.
Yeah. And that's what the people be doing.
I should, if they ask me, be like, no, I did lie, because there were many a nights I worked until 10.
And that's what I would say.
Run me my coin.
Run me my coin, because you actually owe me more. Exactly.
That's going to be my answer.
8 straight
when
across.
I got to take the polygraph
You
again next year.
You better believe it.
When they ask me, I'm going to be like, no. I gave y'all more than 8 hours.
Yeah, I actually gave y'all 10 on a couple of them 8s. Run me my coin. Thanks. Appreciate you.
And I learned this from one of my attorneys at one of the former jobs. I think it was the AO. He was like, you should not be working overtime, because it puts the government in a bad position. I'm like, how so they getting more? He was like, you could put the government in an anti-deficiency status by working overtime, because you can come back and ask for that money, but they never gave you the authority to work it, but they could be on the hook to pay you for it. I was like, wow, that's a whole new perspective on stop working when you are off.
You still working. So anyway.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
So speaking of all the time that you were putting in, right, does that allow so if you were I'm just gonna put her business out there. So if you were dating, notice I say if you were dating, how would you, entrepreneurs, right, spend a lot of time doing what they're doing. So how would you deal with bringing in a male person? When you're an entrepreneur, like how do you couch that for them? Do you expect them to be a part of the business? Do you expect them to just understand? We were having a conversation earlier about somebody who just like doesn't seem to understand how certain industries work, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and how much time that requires. An entrepreneur, no matter what industry you're talking about, restaurant, Reese's Streets, consultant, whatever, puts more time on the table than generally most people. So how do you worry about dating in your...
Like, do they gotta be bought in? Because, like, on the low, before you answer, I seen this post this week. my friend had posted something. It was like when you dating, it was like when you dating an entrepreneur, little do they know, like your person that you dating, they became the personal assistant, the secretary. Like anything I need you to do, they become that.
Yeah.
They might not be down for that life.
Right.
What do y'all think?
For me, I think it's got to come natural. Like if you're dating someone, like and they know your schedule, they're gonna see you before you guys make it official or whatever y'all doing. They're gonna know your day to day and how you operate. So it's gonna be, you're gonna be able to feel it.
Might cancel themselves out from the beginning.
So if it's an issue, you're gonna know within.
Do the women tell you that you're too busy? I'm just asking.
Nah, because I always make time. It's 24 hours in a day.
Okay, well, that's true.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
wondering.
Could be at my house and I'm not there.
So you find balance. You've been finding balance in it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna work myself into the ground for nothing.
Yeah.
That's also a thing.
Like, yeah.
Right.
So like.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
I am the singlest person that anyone ever did meet.
Okay.
So, and as we're talking about this, I can see that I have taken
Reese's Treats.
No, that's at Reese the One.
Oh,
not
at
my
Reese the
business
One,
page.
and then at Reese's Treats, and maybe at Kenely Consultant by the time y'all see this. Anyway,
I can see now from this conversation, I have taken for granted the fact that all of my time belongs to me. So I hadn't even considered what that's going to look like if I start dating, but when I start dating. But I am I'm a nurturing, very considerate person. So I believe in communicating expectations up front so we can, see what's happening. But also it's been a long time. I've been single for a very long time. So I'm willing to, like Amari said, make room in my life for that. Back to your question about the buy-in. Because I'm the way I am, I'm ready to be sous chef, administrative assistant, put on a lab coat and help people do whatever it is they need. I'm ready to support a vision. So
but what if it's the reverse?
But hear me out. Because I'm ready to do that, I'm wanting you to be Team Kenely Consultant too. But I would communicate. I wouldn't have these lofty expectations. But I was saying,
because it's still,
let's talk about this. If we're building something together, I'm like, I want to be on a team. Like, let's do this together. Even if that means your business is more lucrative, let me put on a hat or let me put on the boots or whatever and get on your team. I can do that and if that's going to be more lucrative for us. I ain't talking about no girlfriend and I'm out here just supporting your vision. I ain't stupid like that. I'm too old for that. So, but if we serious and we're making this work for real and it's about to be us and we legitimately had that conversation and we trust that that's what it's going to be, I don't mind putting mine right here while we work yours if that's more lucrative. And I want you to not mind putting yours right there and working this if this is more lucrative. But let's become a team. And I do think for a successful relationship, for me, because I believe in togetherness, you need buy-in. So when I hear people saying stuff like, and this is no offense or affront to anyone who say stuff like, oh, those his kids. I'm like,
what?
What? How is this? How this going to work out? Oh, that's his business. I ain't never been to what? So, and I understand that people have what they consider successful relationships and lives with that mentality, and that's fine. That's just not where I am. I believe in melding, coming together, working together. So I would need the buy-in.
Yeah.
She said what they consider successful. I just would like to. She qualified that what they consider successful. They have that. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
I think
I'm
that's
all
good,
in.
though.
I want to be all in. Let's do this together.
Yeah, I don't know that you get far as an entrepreneur because I mean, as people talk about the love languages, right? Like, if you had a girl and her love language was quality time as an entrepreneur, it's gonna be rough. You know what I mean? Like, she gonna have to be team sous chef. I mean, if she's not buying into the vision, because then she want to monopolize your time, and your time belongs a lot of different places.
Because like here's a scenario.
Okay.
And it's like it could be an easy answer, but it might not. Because like say you start dating, right? Or you dating somebody and like Wednesday nights is y'all thing, right? Then you got sophomore clothing brand with two other partners. And like you said, one of them is on the West Coast. So the schedules already can get a little funky right there. And the only time y'all can meet and have that Zoom meetup is on Wednesdays. But like y'all banking, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all doing some big stuff. But she's accustomed to going out every Wednesday night.
Wind down.
What you gonna do?
Wednesdays.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, it's easy for you to do both things. You can be like, well, Blake, like, sorry, I'm taking, like, that's our night. But then you can easily do the same thing to her and be like, hey, this business, like, we can go out on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's why I try like to not like live by like a certain schedule, because it's setting yourself up for failure, in my opinion. That's why I just like be like spontaneous, like boom. I got class at 7, but I got an hour and 30 minutes. Let's go somewhere by wherever you're at and go kick it, have a good time.
Yeah.
No, but we always go to Ruth's Chris on Wednesdays. I don't have
That's
time
why
to go
we're never
to
gonna
your.
always go to Rufus on. Not for
That's
me.
our spot.
Oh, but like you said,
Not
different
creating-
things.
not creating
But
the spot.
babe, he said he's not going
We're
to
not
create a
creating.
spot.
Yeah, we're not even going to set that up. Like, you may look back and, hey, this is the first place that we went and we had a fantastic time. But that's not always going to. I did that before, like when we were kids, but we're not kids no more.
So
like, we got
I
lives.
am a very sentimental person, and I would like a spot, but I also would like agility. Like, am I just being too grown? Like, just
Just come
go
on.
get that money. I believe in generational wealth. I see you on Saturday.
Right.
That too.
What you need me to fold?
Yeah.
You need me to hold the camera?
Yeah.
What are we doing? I mean, like, you gotta have agility.
Y'all need me to fold the shirt?
Yeah, I can't. What you need the backdrop up, man? What you
Right.
need me to do?
Right.
What is needed?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
I know
going to
y'all
say,
need to fold
sometimes,
the
like,
shirts.
they can come along.
Right.
Exactly.
Just be. I think
Just be there.
be agile. The ministry of presence, being present there is enough. I mean, I do still want my. I'm not a steak person, really. I would like a piece of. I would like some Chilean sea bass. I still want my meal and my date and our time out.
Yeah.
But right now, let's get this money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Kalan is balancing it. He's doing a wonderful job at it.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna speak on behalf of his wife.
We'll wait to get Mickey on the podcast.
Also, Mickey
get her
is
breakdown
bought in too.
But she's
out
also
here
bought in.
supporting.
She out here whole producing. Okay,
Supporting.
come on. My husband at home with the baby. I suppose he
Yeah.
buying in.
Wait a minute. First of all, that support don't.
Don't.
What you trying to say?
Let me tell you.
Oh.
If there was ever a person who was Team Anthony, that's not me. It is her. I can't do nothing.
man.
That man don't do nothing wrong.
Good man.
Not a
Good man she
singular
got.
There's certain
thing.
people
Okay.
that you know, like, nah, he can't do no wrong. I feel that
Good
way
man.
about a few people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good man.
My brother-in-law in particular.
I
I
disagree,
feel like he
but
can't
you
do
know,
no wrong.
and I'm sure your sister loves that. Not really.
No, I'm
That
sure
was
she do, too.
sarcasm.
You know, I am on the side of right. The one time when you
How come
were
I'm
right,
always wrong though?
the one time when you were right, did I not support you?
The one time, the one time? Anyway. So yes, so we do believe in this room that I think from what y'all said, I truly do agree. Like right now, so we have a schedule in our house because I didn't realize that my husband and I entertain so many things outside of like our 9 to 5 that we're interested in. He is not so much an entrepreneur as he just has a lot of hobbies, like things that he likes. So right now he is learning to play the guitar and he is doing a few other things
Well,
downstairs.
actually, he's pursuing an entrepreneur.
He is right now trying to get his
Entrepreneurial
real
effort.
estate license. So
Yeah.
before he was getting his real
Me
estate
too.
license, we had decided Monday, Wednesday, Friday was his days to do his things. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday was my day to do my things, right? So, and the reason we do that is because we both are given 40 hours, and then what do you do with the after work time, right? Like, how do you divide that up? We have a 9-month-old baby, so she requires a lot of time and attention, but we got all these other side projects that require attention, so how do we do that? So that's how we kind of divide our time up. And Saturday is who claims it first. That's how we do Saturday. It's like whoever calls dibs first is who gets Saturday.
Gotcha.
And so with that, on Mondays and Fridays, now he's out 4 hours a night going to give real estate class. So it's me at home like a single mother with 3 kids. You know, I'm making it work though. But that's the buy-in, right? Because if I didn't believe in it, if I didn't think he could do it, or if I had an issue with it, he would be at home with these kids with me. But we buying in, okay?
See, that's why I'm single. I don't be dividing my days up. Like,
But
what
how-
are we talking about? Like, no, I get it. No,
But-
and that's
but it's
y'all.
like,
But I'm
who-
just saying, man, I'm too selfish still.
I understand. Like all
I
your
can't,
time.
like,
but
listen to how that sounds. That sounds like death to me.
I understand. But
this is what I have for the rest of my life.
But not even for the rest of your life. But Teresa's point, you take for granted all your time is your time right now.
Yeah, now, I can only do this on certain.
Because I used to like
programming for me.
I see what you're saying, because it's like if Monday, Wednesday, Friday's my day, but next week all my man's getting together on Thursday, and I can't go.
No, we can swap. We can swap. We are agile. So that's the other thing. It's not robotic. We are very agile in the house. It's just we needed to. So for my business, right, for Pretty Prince, I gotta have a system. I need to know. I do have an intern who comes over to help me on certain days. So I needed to be able to tell her which days I was going to be devoting to having her help me out, right? Yeah. So with her schedule, my schedule, we looked at it. Tuesdays and Thursdays look like the best day. So I said, hey, she's going to come over on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And he said, okay, cool. And he was like, and I'll take Mondays and Wednesdays to do XYZ, to just kick it in the basement. Monday night football comes on. Thursday night football is a thing too. So we swap sometimes if the intern doesn't. So it's not super rigid, but because we have a 9-month-old that requires so much time, that's a thing. Once she's old enough where she doesn't require the amount of time, everybody gonna do what everybody do when everybody do. And we didn't have it before her. Yeah. So it's not for the rest of your life. It might be if you have a baby. You might need to,
and not for the rest of that, but just
and
until
not even
they
just
get
till
about
they are
10 or whatever.
Not 10. That's 5.
Okay,
maybe.
Help me out. I don't have any kids.
You see, Kalan kids run around here some day entertaining themselves. Okay, like until they can entertain themselves, that's how it go.
But I think that's so real, like about having your own time to yourself. Like I used to, and I still want to get married, but I used to pray like, oh, when is gonna happen? Oh, I can't wait. And now I'm just like, I'm good. And
I like my time.
I still want to get married and have kids. I want a couple of kids, but it's just not right now.
That's the point I'm making. I still aspire to those things, but I'm laughing at myself because I'm like, if not now, then when, Reese? Because you are getting older. Right, but I am still, I'm like you in that I really do. I have a newfound appreciation for the fact that BC, before COVID, I could just roll over the Soul Cycle and just whatever for me on the way home. Well, until I found out something about their politics. But anyway, I found another venue that I like to go to that I could just float with, just whatever. Leaving downtown.
Do what you want to do.
Just, that's it. Period.
Yeah,
and you can still do that
and
even when you
I want to do until I don't want to do it anymore.
But it's when the kids come.
That's right. That's true.
Because me and Mickey talk about all the time. Like, you remember on Thursday nights before kids? Like, what did we do? like literally, it's like, what did you even do with your day? It's like you go to work and we like literally chill, do whatever.
And that's another reason I don't like to like have a schedule. I already got to get up and wake up and go to work Monday through Friday. So I already got one person telling me what to do.
This guy.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you missed it when he came and had his partner here, and they had like a little discussion about their team meetings, and he don't be there for the team. Well, he's there, but he don't be there for them. Like in terms of like we don't need these team meetings all the time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I deal with people all day long, and I'm not trying to be on a Zoom call for 3 hours when I get off at 7 o'clock or 2 hours. It's just I can't do that. Like I'm sorry, I can't.
For context, what do you do for not do 9 to 5?
I work retail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like I deal with people
that can be draining.
Yeah,
I deal with.
It can be.
I do.
I was about to say because we do
different personalities
all day. Yeah. So it's like for 3 hours. So when you say do another Zoom meeting, it's like
but see, I have to deal with it. Like 50 different personalities with 50 different needs, and it's not like I can't just let somebody else do it. Like no, I got to deal with this. So it's like.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be talking. I don't even care. I'm not even listening. I can be looking at you. I'm not even listening to what you're saying. I don't even care about what you're saying. I don't care what it pertains to.
I'm not doing this with him. I'm not.
It's like, do I owe you some money or something? Okay, well then it don't matter to me what you're saying to me.
Again, back to the people don't care.
It's him. He don't want no
It's him that don't care.
Because you don't care that I just worked all these hours and had to deal with that. So yeah, let's not care together.
Oh my God. Understood.
Like, what are we talking about?
I can't.
All right,
Oh wow,
that's crazy. And I can't fake it. Like, it's hard for me to fake it.
I'm not doing this.
I code switch all the time.
Do you?
Yeah. Code switching, and you have to care sometimes in the moment. You don't always care on your Zoom meetings either, but I mean innately, you don't always innately care, but we drum up some care.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I drum it up all the time.
There you go.
Every day.
There you go.
There is a particular person who I speak with who I drum up a lot of care for.
There you go.
God.
Did he say God? She don't have to drum up care for God.
Care
yeah,
for
there
him.
you go.
I'm talking about synthetic care where I have to like really like dig deep, and it grates my like right here behind my it grates me. I just Jesus. I don't know that I'm good at it. I would like for somebody to ask him so I could listen, like be a fly on the wall. Like, do you think she really cares? Because I don't know if I'm really off. Like, I don't know if it's coming across well.
Don't you find it funny when like a person that you know you don't care for, like, why you keep talking to me, dude? And then like
I'm his supervisor, so
yeah. See, it's like, okay,
She has to.
I have to
You're
talk
like,
to him.
stop talking. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like I wonder what you're thinking about while I'm talking to you, like, because when you're talking to me, it's like,
Yes, that's the thing. I would like to know. I would like to like be a fly on the wall when he's talking to like one of the other people to be like, do he think I really care?
The most ironic things would be like, he'll be like, I just love Candace. She's so
Yeah, and
easy
I'd be
to
like,
talk to.
man, oh man, okay, all right, well, if that's what he say. Well, we appreciate y'all coming through.
Yeah.
And dropping
it.
the things,
Appreciate
talking about the businesses, doing the things on the social medias, and the people who don't care, and maybe they do care. I'm not sure if they care.
Does
it work for
I think
your
the
business?
level of care may vary per generation.
It could also, because you know what I will say about that before I close this out, that I think that people, like we said, people below us really mean what they post authentically. And I also think the older generation that are on Facebook mean what they post, right? Like, because the older people
for
really
sure,
just
they
be on
think that it
Facebook.
matters.
They think it
I
matters,
tell
and
my
they
mother
be.
all the, hey mom, stay off and stop sending me this stuff. And then my mother don't know how to, like, even in group chats, like my mother will text you something crazy, like her opinions and how she really feel.
Yeah.
And I be like, Mom, you really can't. She told me to hold it back. You can't really tell people how you really.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, you can't
In the
say
group
that.
chat?
In the group chat, yeah.
Mom, you can't
God.
say that because
Yeah.
my mother sounds harsh when she's.
Oh, she's like my mom.
Yeah,
God
like,
bless her.
And then she'll like, I have to call her like she at work. I say, Mom, you can't say that. And
She
then
like, why not?
Then she'll try to come back in
And
there.
sweeten it up, and
then
it does
make
not
it
work.
worse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah,
man,
my mom
like,
don't have no cut cards either. She is that one. I'll be like, come read.
It's like she mean well, but
She
it's
do,
just
and
like,
she means well. Yes,
man.
yeah. So I agree. To Reese's point, it is generational, right? I think maybe it's just the folks of us, those of us who have been on social media since the advent of social media, are
Here
exhausted.
we go again. What's Advent?
The beginning.
Adventure?
The beginning. Since the very beginning of it.
Is that what the Adventist church is?
No. We'll talk about that offline. Go
My
on.
fault. My fault.
But it could have been the beginning
Yeah,
of the church.
maybe.
Listen.
Or
you might
maybe-
be
Oh,
on
you know what
something.
Advent mean?
I'm a mess him
If
up.
someone was to ask me, I would have to think. I mean, like, I know,
She just said it. Didn't know.
yeah, I could use it in a sentence, but
Can't even use. I can't even repeat it.
That's a good point though, because we are fatigued with it because we have been with it since the beginning.
Yes. So I think
The
that might
youngers
be a
just
thing.
came in. The olders also just came in.
Yeah.
we were
so
there
maybe
at the
we are
very
just
beginning.
fatigued, and maybe that's why we use it differently than everybody else.
That's a good point.
Which is why at this point I'm just using it for businesses. So I mean, I rarely post things like personal things because every time I go to post, I second guess my post. Like Kalan was like you were asking Mickey about, like, if I do this, why am I doing this? Like literally, even sometimes, because I think some people just share like when they had a thought, right? Like I might share, like we've been thinking about getting a pool at the house, so that's something we've been talking about and stuff. And I was gonna repost something that I saw. It was like pool related, right? And I was about to post like, yep, about to get this pool, whatever. And as I went to go hit enter to post, I stopped and thought
who
about it.
cares?
Because I thought
the
about
grand
perception.
scheme.
One, who cares in the grand scheme? Two, those who actually do care are not going to be happy about it, or are going to be so super happy. But like,
They
it's a
think
weird.
yeah.
It's like, is she
people think you're
flexing?
flexing, and I'm not trying to flex. It was just a thought that I had, and it came across. So it stopped me from posting that. And so I share that example to say, that 90% of the time, that's what happens to most of my posts. Like, so when you go to my personal page, you'll see posts of my kids because they're adorable. You'll see
And
like a family, and that's easy, right? You might see a family post, like whatever.
Tired of seeing kids.
Kids, you might see my family, and then you'll see some Stream Chaser stuff, and you might see some shares from my other businesses, but you are likely not to see anything else because literally every time I go to post, I have that moment of like, what is the overall perception of this post? And that's a weird place to be too. It's not necessarily the best place to care whatever because it's not that I care what other people think. I care about how you feel about what I post, right? Like I don't want to make you feel bad or how I'm perceived, so I just avoid doing it altogether. It's a very strange situation.
No, I feel you.
Okay, which is what makes you hit the delete button.
Yeah, like because I'm the problem at this point. It's not them, it's me.
Okay.
I always try to bring it back to myself. Like, all right, you're the problem, dude. Just relax. Because everybody, they're still gonna do it.
Okay. Well, the people, they care, they don't care. They post for branding.
So
be careful to post. Don't post. Don't flex when you post.
Many rules.
So post
Do what you
post your
wanna do.
actual
This day and age,
skills.
you might get some business if you post.
You might get some business, but make your knowledge, skills, and abilities match your business.
And thank you.
Please and thank you. We appreciate you. And I think that's it. Is that the?
I think that's it.
Oh, and also your boyfriend and or girlfriend and or
Need the
spouse.
support. Or
Hopefully.
it would be better.
Yes, we think.
It can make things
That
easier.
is our opinion, is that we think that it would be better if they bought into what you got
Jay-Z
going
says
on.
it. What's better than one billionaire?
Two. And he ain't lying. And he is not lying. Because
And
that's
on
I see him and
everything.
Bay out flexing.
That's on everything.
Are they flexing? Maybe they not. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway.
Yeah.
They not trying to flex. They just got a natural
do
flex.
it, yeah.
They just doing it. They just
They
living
not
life.
trying to flex. They are a flex.
Yeah.
Okay. A definition. A noun, if you will. They are a flex. Okay.
As are we.
All right. That's
Post
it.
coming to you soon.
Oh, and by the way, you might just see these two, or you will see these two more often
Yes.
on our show.
Guest contributors. Let us know how you feel about the format. Let us know if there's any questions that we could toss out there to them, to our guests. We'll probably throw up one of those Q&A, ask us anything type deals, and we'll be back. We're going to run it back one more time.
And before we get off, Reese, where can they follow you at?
Oh, you can follow me at Reese the One on Instagram, or Dorice Reese Kenely on Facebook, or Reese's Treats at Reese's Treats on Instagram as well.
Mari.
You can follow me at Saray's Catering or Sophomore.
And we
At
still
Sophomore.
never really got into this Race catering. Next time, we're going to get into
Cool.
it.
We had to take a break. My sister, she just had her baby. My niece
Yeah.
Reese.
Oh,
Congrats.
look at her name is Reese.
Reese, yeah.
That's my
Okay.
family name.
Yes,
We've made it more adult with calling it Reese, but the whole family call me Reese.
Reese. People
Reese
want to be
be home
changing their
today.
nicknames. I don't
Coming home
understand
today?
why.
Okay. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So peoples, y'all know what to do. You know where we are: the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, the YouTubes,
Everywhere.
and all the places. You can follow us at also all the things on www.streamchasers.work, because Stream Chasers do the work. And with that, you just been
got
paid.